Okay, hello everybody, Mindset Newcastle, Si Evans here. Another guest for you here today. Somebody I met back in 2003 when I was out in Faliraki doing stage hypnosis shows. Heard about this DJ out there. We all piled down the bar to see this guy do what he does. Absolutely fantastic, very entertaining. Had the crowd in the palm of his hand, sort of thing. All the scratching, all the mixing there. It's great stuff. We've been friends ever since there, which is just good stuff. I'm very glad about that. So Rossi, hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Thanks for having me.
Nice pleasure, mate.
Yeah, it's nice to see you again, mate. It's been a while, but you know we're still carrying on, aren't we? Still cracking on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was great to meet you that time in Breeze Bar, Faliraki, with all the boys in that. And little did I know you were going to help me out massively with my fear of flying and my anxiety issues for the gigs and stuff, which has helped me no end throughout the years for a measly CD that I gave you, mate. So thanks a lot. You know what I mean?
It's a fair exchange, no robbery.
Oh, it still serves you well now, mate. So cheers to that.
Nice one, that's good, mate. Right, we're going to crack on here with the main bit here, because obviously DJing here is a massive thing, more so in the last few years, big festivals, etc., with big name DJs. You've been in the game for quite a while, as we just sort of touched on there. How did it all start for you, the DJ thing? How did you actually get into it?
Well, pretty much watching Top of the Pops as a youngster, like 10 years old, seeing all like the DJs. It must have been probably like Jazzy Jeff in the background, giving it one of them, you know, back in the day when all the hip hop was in the charts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of wanted to do that. So that being said, my dad went out to work one day and I decided to rifle through his Rod Stewart vinyls and picked this nice looking orange one, which was actually probably a really rare acetate, worth a lot of money. Decided to put it on his hi-fi on the first track, which was Sailing. You know, I'm sure we all know that one. And yeah, I started to scratch on it, and I left a bit of a nick in the tune itself. So when he came around to playing it again, there's only me who would have played it because it was in my bedroom. So I ended up getting in trouble for that, as you can imagine. So I left the vinyl alone, left the DJing alone for my own health, really. I think with didn't want dad on me back again. So it was one of those really. But I've always been into the tunes ever since then, right across the board. Listened to people's tapes growing up. Got myself a set of decks at 16. Belt drive decks. They weren't the proper Technics ones, and then not long after realizing that I needed Technics, I got them. Started getting a collection together on the vinyls, and then I took myself off to Corfu, where my mates were actually working. Got me a job, and never really looked back since. So I kind of went around all the Greek islands, Ayia Napa, Ibiza, Africa, Poland, loads of places. I've been really grateful to do the job, So yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously a job that can allow you to travel and do things and experience things you wouldn't otherwise done. I had similar experiences with the hypnosis and the stage shows. Music's very diverse. As a DJ, you probably can be aware of this kind of question. I know you've been asked it beforehand. What's your favourite track? Again, a tough one for any DJ.
Oh, how long have you got? No, I do.
Want a short window?
I have got. I have got the track in mind, but this is a question I've been asked loads of times in interviews and stuff, and it's taken me a long time to actually come to the conclusion. But I can tell you off the top of my head, it is Café Del Mar, from the trance era, trance classics now.
Yeah.
It's definitely still up there for me. I have played all the old school tracks and the funky house and everything in between, and even as an open format DJ, hip hop, everything else, and party music a lot. But that stands out to me because of the energy, the emotion, the where I played it in God's Kitchen and all the other places as well along the way, and all the different parties. It's just immense. Massive tune. Massive.
It's certainly a tune that stood the test of time. And then what I've been doing the last sort of good few years now, when I play that track in a spin class, it gets a reaction. It's the first few bars, people react to it. It still stands up. It's a masterpiece, and I love it. So nice one. We'll have some of that. Right. Obviously, you've been on the block and done a lot of different things here. What's some of the clubs you've played at, brands, and some of the big name DJs you've worked with? Who are they? What were they like?
As I mentioned, I've been playing around, you know, in different resorts and things like that, you know, I end up rubbing shoulders with people like Judge Jules, Tall Paul, loads of big DJs, and playing for Cream, God's Kitchen, Miss Moneypennies, Head Candy, Pucker Up, did a little bit for Ministry out in Africa as well. You know, so
Wow.
obviously when you bring those brands onto the table, you expect the big DJs. So there's a lot really I could reel off, but playing with my heroes, if you like, in these clubs at such a young age. I mean, in Nine Apple, I was 18. You know, I was in Mix Mag, I was on the TV, I was in other magazines and stuff. I was living the dream, and
at 18 years old.
Yeah, you know, that was it for me. Kind of peaked then. Don't know what happened. No, but you know, it's all good. It's all good to look back on. But back in the day, for me, that was the best years from '99 to 2004, 2005 in terms of music, the actual club in itself, and everything. But we've all got our own favourite bits. But I would say standout DJs for me back from then. Judge Jules is really massive character. I played loads of times with him before, after, back to backs, the whole lot. He's a genuine guy, and you know, he's earned his place. Brandon Block as well. He's another one.
He's a character.
A night in Iron Apple in the Newcastle club. It was called Pear Shaped, and it literally was going pear shaped every week. Too many sambucas and things like that. You know, it was crazy, but it was good fun. So yeah, it's been a good journey, and I've been really grateful to be able to work with these people and for the brands that I have. And yeah, it's been enjoyable, mate. And
you've also got your own brand of DJing, is that right?
Yeah, I've got my own brand actually called Supernova, which I've had for a good few years now. Putting on my own events in nightclubs and stuff. I've done it for years, different ones anyway. But this is like my brand that I did take before all this happened, COVID. Hopefully I'll be able to do it again. Just it's my own little take on things, and you know, it's been really good. Get me mates involved and bring some big DJs in and stuff, and see if we can do it again. But yeah, Supernova's been good for me.
Nice one. Again, links to that will be in the description here, guys, as well as to all your contacts will be in there as a given. Top DJ to see live. Who would you rate that? Who's top of the shop on that respect?
Top of the shop now, I would say a guy called James Hype from the UK. Really, really talented guy. His vision and his imagination and performance is just out of this world, man. I mean, I'm a technical DJ, but he's levels above many people, including me. He knows how to rock a crowd, and end of the day, DJing can be as simple as playing the right song at the right time, but it's how he brings it in from the old stuff to the new stuff, and it's like a live mashup, but it doesn't go over the top, so it's not too difficult to listen to, but the crowd's rocking. That's pretty much now, but back in the day for me would be Eddie Halliwell. A guy from my neck of the woods back at home. You know, never got to DJ with him, but I saw him live a few times and he was unreal. From crowd surfing, you know, I couldn't do that, could I? Size of me, but I mean, this guy was pretty trim, but his scratching, his tricks, you know, he set the bar, and his music was just unreal, mate. The banging trance back in the day. So Eddie Halliwell back in the day, and now James Hype.
Okay, nice one. We'll check all that out. Another biggie fight to finish on here. Last question here. Take a breath on this. Take your time. The future of DJing. Obviously, the world's been turned upside down. We're coming back down to some kind of normality now with the whole COVID thing. How do you see all this panning out, playing out? Where do you see things going?
It's a tough one, mate. Again, just like the favourite tune, but I'm hoping it does come back around quick. You know, around the world, there's different places like New Zealand and things like that. They're opening up quicker than everybody else. I mean, Dubai, obviously, I live here. I played here on New Year's Eve. And I was lucky to do that, you know, because everyone was like, I can't believe you got the gig on New Year's Eve and we want to DJ. And everyone's tuned in. They want to do it. And including me, I can't wait, because for the past year since this has happened, we've all just been playing like this through Facebook to whoever wants to listen. It's been the only thing that can, you know, keep the fire going for us as DJs and artists, people singing, everything. But I do,
in general,
yeah, in general. But I do think this has been the gateway to keep it going and keep our interests going and keep a lot of people's minds active, because it's been terrible for a lot of people, especially in my industry, and we just all can't wait. But I think it's going to come back around, and everything will be back to normal of sorts, where we can entertain people once again, and that's basically what we do. So hopefully soon, fingers crossed.
Amen. We'll have some of that hopefully as quick as possible. We'll all get back out there, get on a plane and just get on it and just do whatever, let your head down, enjoy yourself. Right, Rossi, thanks a lot. That's been an absolute pleasure, mate. We're going to wrap things up just here. Again, links to all your stuff will be added here in the end of this. People can hit you on there, ask you questions, whatever, interact. Same on my side of things here, links to my YouTube channels, etc. Things to do with the mindset, hypnosis, NLP, and all this are all on there. Find that there. So to finish up here, from DJ Rossi and from myself, we'll be back next time with another guest. But for now, thanks for your time, guys, and we'll see you again. Peace out.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me, mate.
Nice one, mate. Cheers. Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.